But let's talk about the news. We got this story from Bounding Into Comics. Ooh, I like this one. Disney Insider speculates Bob Chapek was fired because he crossed Disney's HR department that pushed radical woke politics. Disney Insider WDW Pro recently speculated on why he believes the Walt Disney Company axed Chapek just months after renewing his contract through 2025. At the end of June, quote, the Walt Disney Company Board of Directors unanimously voted to extend Chapek's contract as CEO for 3 years. Chairman of the board, Susan Arnold, explained, Disney was dealt a tough hand by the pandemic, yet with Bob at the helm, our businesses from parks to streaming not only weathered the storm, but emerged in a position of strength. They go on to mention that he's the right leader at the right time. However, Sunday, he was giving his walking papers. They issued a press release. Discussing the move to fire Chapek and bring back Iger, Disney Insider appeared on Midnight's Edge and speculated as to the cause of Chapek's firing. When we see a change like this tends to come from the institutional level. This doesn't come from anything that's very small. So what I think probably happened is Bob Chapek, he's got some enemies, and those enemies were primarily coming out of Latondra Newton's department over in HR with the DEI stuff, and that's highly connected with ESG. He continued, and I'm going to bet that as he was looking for places to make cuts in the company, he may have crossed a threshold he wasn't supposed to cross. And in doing so, those big three investors, we're talking about the Vanguards, the BlackRocks, that they may have said to the board, we're ready to begin reassessing our relationship with you. We're not talking about fans who got mad about Star Wars. We're not talking about individual investors who said, I'm going to pull my $10,000 out of Disney. We're talking about people who have the ability to say, I'm pulling my billions and billions and billions that are generated through 401ks and other things that we have associated with you unless you get rid of this guy now. Speculation. But I don't know. I kind of think it makes sense. But I'm not convinced that Chapek was like anti-woke or anything, but I think ESG is a powerful factor. So
I saw people misinterpreting this from both sides. Like first I saw Christopher Rufo saying that Chapek's firing was a rebuke of woke leadership. So we're supposed to buy the narrative that Chapek was anti-woke, but also that he was woke. And then I saw other people complaining about Bob Chapek being anti-LGBT and betraying his LGBT employees. So I don't know what narrative to buy here. I think really it's just that he was a pandemic CEO and now they're getting rid of him for training a replacement.
I was going to say, anytime one of these like companies, whether it's Disney or Nike, has some sort of incident, conservatives like to pounce on it and be like, get woke, go broke. But
exactly.
Like, even under this guy's leadership, like year-to-year revenue was up his first year, I think 6%. Then from 21 to 22 was like 20%. So he was doing a good job financially speaking. And so it makes you wonder how woke the company wants things to go. If this is the guy who even when, Buzz Lightyear's got like a gay kiss and these things are happening, even he's like allowing that to happen. What was he preventing from happening where now HR something he feels like he stepped on his toes and now they want him out and they're going to bring back Bob.
Now they just put their newest movie, Strange World, I think it's called. They have the first openly gay protagonist for a kid's movie. And I saw people celebrating this. Chapek didn't do anything to stop that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I assumed they're all woke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, weren't they both pretty woke? Weren't they both kind of instituting these policies?
Get woke,
yes.
Stay broke.
I mean, Iger was always more openly political and openly woke than Chapek, but I think that they might have been planning to fire Chapek.